This video is a part of a series of videos that I'm trying to do to sort of cover recurring questions that clients have about their DUI case and what's going to happen and what may happen and all those sorts of things. Um, One of the questions that I hear really frequently is, what is the arraignment and can there be multiple arraignments in a case? So if your case is pending in a municipal court, you're going to almost certainly receive notices that are going to continually say your case is set for arraignment. That is sort of a placeholder that municipal courts use, but they're not actually arraignment dates. So those at an arraignment, what you're entitled to, you are entitled to hear the judge actually read out the charges against you. For example, if you don't know that you're charged with DUI or failure to maintain lane, you could have the judge announce that in court and actually read the allegations of an accusation or UTC against you. That is your right at an arraignment. And then following that arraignment, the formal arraignment, which is the reading of the charges, you have the right to enter a guilty plea or a not guilty plea. That actually happens in some courts. So you are set for an arraignment. Let's say, for example, your case is in Bibb County State Court. You are set for an arraignment, and I may file what's called a waiver of formal arraignment in your case, which excuses you from appearing. It also means that I'm entering a not guilty plea in the case, and I'll file other motions in the case following that arraignment. So your arraignment, to understand what it is that date is, it is just your date, it is your right to be informed of the charges pending against you in a court on that particular date. If you got any question about what it is that you're charged with, you can go to your arraignment and actually have a right to hear those charges be announced against you. In the vast majority of cases, we do waive formal arraignment and file motions following that arraignment date. The arraignment date is really important in terms of triggering your right to file motions. Motions must be filed within 10 days of the date of arraignment. For a lot of motions, if they're not filed within 10 days of the date of arraignment, they're deemed to be untimely, and a judge could say, I'm not going to hear those motions. You may have a really good motion to suppress, a valid challenge to the basis upon which you were searched or stopped, or any number of other issues. And a judge may say, you know what? You didn't file that motion to suppress within 10 days of the date of arraignment, even if you filed it in just the most general of forms. And you didn't ask me for time to file it out of time, which a judge may deny that. Certain courts, they are very strict about the 10-day requirement for the filing of motions. And if you don't do those things, the judge may say, even though you otherwise had a valid motion to suppress, it appears, I'm not going to hear that. I'm not going to consider that because you didn't do things in a timely manner. So it is really important in that regard. So I like to make sure that clients understand both the timing requirements, the timing triggers that come out of arraignments, and just what that process looks like. But if your case is not pending in a court, say for example, state court of Bibb County or Fulton County State Court or any number of other state or superior courts, and your case is pending in the municipal court, you probably will have multiple arraignment dates. Let's say, for example, your case is in City of Atlanta Municipal Court, you'll be reset to other arraignment dates. Or other interim status dates, which can also be an arraignment, without actually moving forward to a motions hearing or a trial date. And that is typically what happens in your state or superior courts. Once you go to an arraignment date, from there your case will be set on to a calendar call, a motion hearing, or a jury or bench trial date from there. So I'll discuss in later videos sort of that subsequent process beyond the arraignment. So just want to make sure that you had a good understanding of what it is that actually transpires at an arraignment or the waiver of formal arraignment if we decide to go that route as well. Thank you so much for watching.